Welcome to the Daily Brain Boost, a podcast by ABC Learning English.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm Ben.
And I'm Anna. We are so glad you could join us today. In a world that's constantly demanding our attention, our energy, and our focus, have you ever felt like your brain is running on low battery?
I know I have, Anna. Some days it feels like a real struggle just to remember where I put my keys, let alone tackle a complex problem at work. It's like my brain is stuck in a fog.
That's a feeling I think many of our listeners can relate to. And that's precisely what we're going to explore today. The topic is every daily habit that boosts your brain power. We're not talking about miraculous one-time tricks, but small, consistent actions you can weave into your everyday life to build a stronger, sharper, and more resilient mind.
Exactly. We're going to show you that building a better brain isn't about becoming a genius overnight. It's about being intentional with your daily routines. Today, we'll break down 4 foundational pillars that can have a profound impact on your cognitive function. We'll cover everything from the first thing you do in the morning to the way you prepare for sleep at night.
And as always, we'll make this practical. For each pillar, we'll provide actionable tips you can start using immediately. Plus, Ben and I will share some personal stories about our own struggles and successes. To help you with your learning, you can find a full transcript of this episode and a vocabulary list on our website at www.youtube.com/@abclearningenglish.
All right, let's get ready to give our brains the boost they deserve. Are you ready, Anna?
Absolutely. Let's dive into our first pillar. The foundation, mindful mornings and brain-boosting nutrition. Okay, Ben, let's start at the very beginning of the day. Many of us begin our mornings in a state of chaos. The alarm blares, we grab our phones, and immediately we're flooded with emails, news alerts, and social media notifications. This reactive start can put our brains on the defensive for the entire day.
You've just perfectly described my old morning routine. It was a recipe for anxiety. I felt like I was losing the day before it had even begun. My mind would be racing, and I'd often feel overwhelmed. It was incredibly detrimental to my focus.
It's a common trap. The science behind this is fascinating. When you immediately expose your brain to a flood of information and cortisol-inducing stressors, you're essentially short-circuiting its ability to plan and prioritize effectively. So our first actionable tip is to create a screen-free first hour.
That sounds simple, but it can be really tough. What do you do instead?
Instead of reaching for your phone, reach for a glass of water. Your brain is about 75% water, and after a long night's sleep, it's dehydrated. Hydration is critical for maintaining optimal brain function. After that, try 5 minutes of quiet. You can meditate, stretch, or simply look out the window. This gives your brain the space it needs to gently wake up and transition from a resting state to an active one.
I can personally vouch for this. A few months ago, I replaced my morning phone scroll with a hydration and quiet routine. The change was not immediate, but after a week, the difference was profound. I started my workday feeling calm and in control, not frazzled and reactive. It felt like I was setting the agenda for my day, rather than letting my inbox set it for me.
That's a wonderful example of how a small habit creates a significant ripple effect. Now let's talk about what you put into your body. Our second tip for this section is to fuel your brain with the right nutrients. Breakfast is not just about filling your stomach, it's about providing the essential building blocks for neurotransmitters.
So, what does a brain-boosting breakfast look like?
Think about foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and flavonoids. This includes things like blueberries, which are often called brainberries, as well as nuts, seeds, and eggs. For instance, the choline in egg yolks is crucial for memory. The goal is to avoid a breakfast high in sugar, which leads to a quick energy spike followed by a crash, leaving you foggy and unfocused by mid-morning. We want to incorporate foods that provide sustained energy.
It sounds like a more holistic approach to the morning, caring for your mind's environment both internally and externally. So, to recap, start with hydration and quiet, not your phone, and then fuel up with brain-healthy foods.
Precisely. It's about starting the day with intention. The engine, focused work, and strategic breaks.
Okay, so we've started our day with a calm, focused mind. But then we get to work, and the chaos begins all over again. Emails, meetings, deadlines. How do we protect our brain power during the workday?
This brings us to our second pillar, how we manage our focus. In today's world, the ability to concentrate deeply on a single task is becoming a superpower. Many people believe they are great at multitasking, but research consistently shows that multitasking is a myth. What you're actually doing is task switching, rapidly shifting your attention between different things. This is incredibly draining for your brain.
It feels productive, but it's not. I used to pride myself on juggling 5 things at once. I'd be writing a report, answering emails, and keeping an eye on a chat window. At the end of the day, I was exhausted, and the quality of my work was just average. I wasn't giving anything my full attention.
Exactly. That cognitive cost is huge. So our first actionable tip here is to embrace single tasking with a technique like the Pomodoro method. This involves breaking your work into focused 25-minute intervals separated by short 5-minute breaks. During that 25-minute block, you commit to working on one thing only. No email, no phone, no distractions.
Those short, built-in breaks are key, right?
They are absolutely essential. Think of your brain's focus like a muscle. You can't lift a heavy weight for an hour straight. You do a set, then you rest. The breaks allow your brain to relax and recharge, making the next period of focus more effective. This is a practical application of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself. By training it to focus intensely and then rest, you are literally building stronger neural pathways for concentration.
Our second tip for this section would be to schedule your distractions. This sounds counterintuitive, but it works. Instead of checking your email every time a notification pops up, set aside specific times in your day to do it. For example, at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m.
I love that idea. It puts you back in control. It's like telling your brain, don't worry, we will get to that, but right now we are focusing on this. It reduces that constant low-level anxiety of feeling like you might be missing something. My personal metaphor for this is thinking of my focus as a beam of light. Multitasking is like using a disco ball. The light is scattered everywhere, weak and ineffective. Single tasking is like using a laser pointer. All the energy is concentrated in one powerful, effective point.
A laser pointer. I like that. So, focused work intervals and scheduled distractions. That's how you keep the engine running smoothly without overheating.
The fuel, physical movement, and its cognitive benefits. Now, let's talk about something that might seem unrelated to brain power, but is fundamentally linked: physical movement. For a long time, we've separated intellectual work from physical work. We think of brain work as something you do while sitting perfectly still at a desk, but this is a huge mistake.
You mean my sedentary lifestyle at my desk isn't making me a genius? I'm shocked.
I know, it's a surprise, but seriously, the connection is incredibly strong. When you move your body, you increase blood flow to the brain, delivering more oxygen and nutrients. Exercise also triggers the release of a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. You can think of BDNF as fertilizer for your brain cells. It helps them grow, connect, and stay healthy.
So exercise isn't just for your muscles, it's literally helping your brain build itself.
That's a perfect way to put it. This leads to our first actionable tip. Incorporate movement snacks into your day. You don't need to run a marathon to get the benefits. A brisk 10-minute walk, a quick set of jumping jacks, or even just stretching at your desk can be enough to reset your mind and boost your creativity.
I can attest to this. I used to hit a wall around 3 p.m. every day. I'd feel sluggish and unable to think clearly. I started setting an alarm for 2:30 p.m. to go for a 15-minute walk around the block. It completely changed my afternoons. When I came back, I felt refreshed and often had new solutions to problems I was stuck on before. It's like shaking up a snow globe to see things clearly again.
That's a brilliant analogy. The creative boost you experienced is very common. Many great thinkers throughout history were avid walkers. Movement allows your brain to enter a more diffuse, relaxed state, which is often when our best ideas emerge. Our second tip here is to find a form of exercise you genuinely enjoy.
This is so important. If you hate running, forcing yourself to jog every day will feel like a punishment and you won't stick with it.
Right. Maybe you love dancing or hiking or swimming or team sports. The best exercise for your brain is the one you'll do consistently. The goal is to make movement a joyful and non-negotiable part of your life, not another chore on your to-do list. The synergy between physical health and mental acuity cannot be overstated.
Okay, we've covered mornings, the workday, and movement. Our final pillar is something many of us sacrifice first when we get busy: rest.
And it's arguably the most critical pillar of all. We live in a culture that glorifies the hustle, but a brain that is always on is a brain that is heading for burnout. True productivity and mental performance require high-quality rest and, most importantly, sleep.
Why is sleep so crucial for our brains? It feels so passive.
It's anything but passive. While you sleep, your brain is incredibly active. It's like a diligent night crew coming in to clean and organize a busy office. During deep sleep, the glymphatic system in your brain clears out metabolic waste and toxins that accumulate during the day. It's also when your brain works to consolidate memories, transferring important information from short-term to long-term storage.
So if you don't get enough quality sleep, you're essentially trying to work in a messy office and your short-term memory doesn't get filed away properly. This explains a lot about my own struggles with memory and retention on days after a poor night's sleep.
Exactly. So our first tip is to establish a consistent sleep hygiene routine. This means going to bed and waking up around the same time every day, even on weekends. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary for sleep, cool, dark, and quiet. And crucially, avoid screens for at least an hour before bed. The blue light from phones and laptops disrupts your melatonin production, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep.
The phone before bed is a tough habit to break. What's a good alternative?
This leads to our second tip: create a wind-down ritual. Instead of scrolling, try reading a physical book, or listening to calm music, or journaling. Journaling in particular can be a powerful tool. It's a way to offload all the worries and racing thoughts from your mind onto a piece of paper, which can make it much easier to fall asleep.
I started doing a brain dump in a journal before bed. I write down everything I'm worried about or need to do the next day. Once it's on the page, it feels like it's no longer my problem to solve at 11 p.m. It's there, waiting for me, in the morning. My sleep quality has improved dramatically since I started this.
That's a perfect example. Rest isn't a luxury. It's a biological necessity for a high-performing brain. By respecting your need for sleep and recovery, you are making one of the best possible investments in your long-term cognitive health. Vocabulary breakdown. And now it's time for one of our favorite segments where we break down some of the key vocabulary from our discussion. For that, we bring in our resident vocabulary expert, Crystal. Welcome, Crystal.
Hi, Anna. Hi, Ben. It's great to be here. You used some fantastic words today that are perfect for our B2 learners. Let's break down 10 of them.
Let's do it.
Okay, The first word is cognitive function. Simple meaning, the mental processes that allow us to think, learn, and remember. Example sentence 1. Getting enough sleep is essential for optimal cognitive function. Example sentence 2. The study aims to measure how the new drug affects the cognitive function of elderly patients. Next up is neuroplasticity. Simple meaning, the brain's ability to change and adapt by forming new neural connections. Example sentence 1. Learning a new language is a great way to stimulate neuroplasticity. Example sentence 2. The doctor explained that through therapy, the patient's brain could leverage its neuroplasticity to recover from the injury. Number 3 is incorporate. Simple meaning, to include something as part of a whole. Example sentence 1. Try to incorporate more fruits and vegetables into your diet. Example sentence 2. The new design will incorporate feedback from our customers. Next is detrimental. Simple meaning, causing harm or damage. Example sentence 1. Lack of sleep can be detrimental to your health. Example sentence 2. The new factory had a detrimental effect on the local environment. And number 5, profound. Simple meaning, very great, intense, or having a strong effect. Example sentence 1. The book had a profound impact on my thinking. Example sentence 2. He experienced a profound sense of loss after his friend moved away. Our sixth word is holistic. Simple meaning, considering the whole of something, not just its parts. Example sentence 1. The doctor took a holistic approach to my health, considering my diet, stress levels, and exercise. Example sentence 2. A holistic education should develop a student's mind, body, and spirit. Next we have retention. Simple meaning, the ability to remember or keep something. Example sentence 1. Studying a little bit every day is better for information retention than cramming all at once. Example sentence 2. The company is focused on employee retention and reducing turnover. Number 8, synergy. Simple meaning, the combined power of a group of things when they are working together that is greater than the total power achieved by each working separately. Example sentence 1. The synergy between the marketing and sales teams led to a record-breaking quarter. Example sentence 2. There is a natural synergy between exercise and a healthy diet. Each one makes the other more effective. Next we have sedentary. Simple meaning, involving a lot of sitting and not much physical exercise. Example sentence 1. A sedentary lifestyle can lead to numerous health problems. Example sentence 2. Many office workers are trying to find ways to be less sedentary during the day. And finally, consolidate. Simple meaning, to combine several things into a single, more effective whole or to make something stronger. Example sentence 1. Sleep helps you consolidate your memories from the day. Example sentence 2. The company plans to consolidate its various departments into one large office. And that's our list for today. Back to you, Anna and Ben.
Thank you so much, Crystal. Those explanations were incredibly clear. Summary and outro.
Wow, we covered a lot of ground today. Let's do a quick recap of those 4 essential pillars for boosting your brain power.
Great idea. First, we talked about mindful mornings and nutrition. The key takeaways were to start your day screen-free with hydration and to fuel your brain with nutrient-rich foods, not sugar.
Then we moved on to focused work and strategic breaks. We learned that multitasking is a myth and that we should embrace single tasking,
using methods like the Pomodoro technique, while also scheduling our distractions to stay in control.
Our third pillar was physical movement. We discussed how even short movement snacks can increase blood flow and release brain-fertilizing proteins, and the importance of finding an activity you genuinely enjoy for consistency.
And finally, we covered rest, reflection, and quality sleep. We highlighted that sleep is an active recovery process that is crucial for cleaning our brains and consolidating memories, and that a consistent wind-down routine is key.
When you look at them all together, you can really see the synergy. Each habit supports the others, creating a powerful, upward spiral for your mental well-being.
Absolutely. And we hope this has given all of you some inspiration. If you found this episode helpful, please show your support by giving it a like, sharing it with a friend, and most importantly, subscribe to our ABC Learning English channel on YouTube for more content like this.
And to continue the conversation, we have a question for you. Please leave a comment below and tell us, what is one daily habit from today's episode that you are going to try to incorporate into your routine this week? And why do you think it will make the biggest difference for you? We love reading your detailed responses and learning from your experiences.
Thank you so much for tuning in and investing in your most important asset, your brain. Until next time, keep learning and stay sharp.
Goodbye, everyone.